Yo, what's up, guys? I'm not actually running a marathon. Well, not that I know of, at least, but um, I did. I just got off the treadmill, which I'll talk about in a second. But I want to take some time to talk about the process in the marathon again because I did it in like a 20-minute video, but no one's gonna watch a 20-minute video, and that's fair. So I'm gonna give like a super concise version, or try to be concise. I'm not very good at that, but yeah. Anyway, um, so everything kind of went terribly. The prep, my prep was kind of bad for a lot of reasons, mostly because I didn't run enough outside, and I just don't think my body, specifically my lower legs, got used to the kind of energy expenditure that is required to make these like granular movements while running on the road. On a treadmill, you can just be like mechanically perfect and everything is kind of smooth, very controlled always. And then that also, running on a treadmill, leads to nutrition and hydration because when I'm sitting on a treadmill, I have a desk in front of me and I can just have all my water and all my food and everything, and I just eat it and drink it when I need it, or like on schedule, and just go. And then a lot of what I did, a lot of the issues were around complacency. I just made some errors due to like anxiety, and I don't know, like I have people who know me know I have mental health problems like anxiety, depression, whatever. And I've kind of been spiraling downhill mentally leading up to this, and I knew that if I kind of thought about it too much, that there was a chance that I just wouldn't show up on race day. And so basically, to ensure that I didn't like get too much anxiety and work myself out of it, I just decided to kind of like not think about things too much and just kind of go with the flow. And basically that was a huge mistake because on race day they provide water and hydration and stuff later in the race, but I needed it much earlier, and I just bonked super hard, like not even halfway through the race, and it was really miserable. The second half took like 3 times longer than the first half. Um, Fully cramped every muscle, bones hurt, ligaments hurt, everything was fucked up. It was really, really a grueling, horrific physical experience. With that being said, I do think the way that I've talked about this has kind of mischaracterized how I feel about it, because I've noticed that when I talk to people, the way they respond to me is like, was there anything positive about it, or oh, I'm sorry. And it's like, this was a super positive experience, so I guess I'm miscommunicating, and I can see why. But I'm just trying to communicate. When I say stuff like it was the worst day of my life, I'm just trying to communicate that it was a horrific physical experiential moment for me. Like, it was just really, really a lot of pain. But like, as soon as the next day, I basically, the next day while I was limping, I was feeling weird. But like a couple days later, I have no negative feelings about it. It's like, it's whatever. I'll never look back on it with any regret or sort of negative feelings at all. So yeah, I just wanted to clear that up. But yeah, recovery went fine. I took it very serious for the first few days, and then once I could kind of walk without limping too much, I kind of like was like, I'm good. I'm on the road to recovery, and I think that was a mistake. Like I said, I just ran just now. Mostly I'm recovered, except the back of my knees, like ligaments or whatever, are kind of like hurt a little. It feels a little weird, and then my right hip has a little bit of weirdness going on. And so I hopped on the treadmill and I ran. I made it about a mile. My knees were hurting, but it was like, I was like, it's fine. I'll just run like a couple miles. But then about a mile in, I like every right step started like shooting pain down from my hip, and so I stopped. And I think I'm just going to go back to walking on the treadmill, just to kind of get blood flow, get things moving, but not tax it too much. And I think I'm gonna spend a couple days refocusing on recovery again with hydration and food and stuff, because I kind of been slacking on it, I guess, for the last couple days, because like I said, I'm still struggling mentally a little bit, and so I'm not making the best choices with what I'm eating, and it, like, if I'm eating sometimes. So anyway, I'm going to just focus on that, make sure my body gets right, and then we'll get back to it. Today I just hopped on the treadmill because I wanted to, so that's a weird sign. I think I'm ready to kind of get back in the swing of things, going to the gym, running, whatever. So yeah, I guess if you care, if you want to watch, feel free to. This was never intended for people to watch any of this. This was just for my own sake, kind of documenting the process. Um, So yeah, I mean, like I said, I appreciate you very much. If you do watch and you do support me, it means a lot to me. But yeah, I'll see you next time. Peace.